The next interview we have to do is Morgan Edwards Hewitt, who was the adopted son of the Baptist preacher Morgan Edwards and his wife. Morgan Edwards, the Baptist preacher, was from England, and as a young minister of the Protestant religion, he was assigned to Cork, Ireland, with his wife, new wife. She started having miscarriages. He was there 10 years in Cork. She was good mentally just unbalanced with these miscarriages. On a trip to Dublin, Ireland convention, him and his wife adopted one of the orphans that were living in caves in Dublin. His name was Hewitt. His father was David Hewitt. How do I know? Because there's a page out of the baptismal records in here in 29 that tells you and it says Morgan Edwards Hewitt, that he says, I'm not really Morgan Edwards, but I'm a Hewitt from Dublin, Ireland. How can you deny that? Yet historians denied it. And Morgan Edwards is a big story. The reason why it's such a big story in Louisiana, do you know how many governors named Edwards from Louisiana? Do you know how many representatives in Congress were named Edwards? And for goodness sakes, the number of sheriffs that are Edwards throughout the parish. Well, they all think they're Edwards, but some of them were not Edwards. They're Hewitts. They don't know this. And if you write a video or do a video of that, you're going to have a lot of squabbling over that. But the truth is, that's right. Morgan Edwards was assigned from Cork, Ireland, back to England in the 1760s. Now, a year back in England, he was assigned to Philadelphia to be the first Baptist priest there. He took his adopted son and his wife to Philadelphia, and they made friends with the Willings. The Willings were the mayors of, and Morgan Edwards, the Baptist preacher, was a stickler for education. He started the schools and everything. Morgan Edwards Hewitt, the Hewitt, and James Willing, who made the raid down in Louisiana, became friends. And when the war started, Willing got the Continental Congress to allow him to make a raid there. He took a flatboat called the Rattle Trap, but it only had 27 names on it. And Willing, the reason why was because they were part of the military army, and it was a military ship. And he took his friend Hewitt with him, Morgan Edwards Hewitt, the adopted son, with him on the raid. Morgan Edwards Hewitt participated in the Battle of Lake Pontchartrain with Pickles, Admiral Pickle. He wrote the Oath of Allegiance for Pickles, who gave it to the people in the North Shore. Pickles left a few men there to help to protect them. Morgan Edwards Hewitt was one of it. He met the Smith, Morris Smith, and his wife's daughter, Margaret. He married Margaret, and they started having children. They called themselves Edwards. But he was a Hewitt. So we have a big story there that they want to know stories about in a year there'll be a celebration of the 250th anniversary. And they want to, that is one story with another couple of stories about the Quebec Act that should go into that. But let me say this, it's been an enjoyment to share my survey and what I found with you. That my only interest is Louisiana has been good to me. And I love, and the Sharp family. Sharp family came down on the flatboats in 1789, bringing tobacco and farm products from Kentucky, Boonesboro. The George Sharp, who came down in one of the flatboat and chartered the flat, went back and married into the Boone family. They were related to Daniel Boone. That's another big story. But anyway, I don't know how far I've been talking. I wanted to get this story out to you, but I think it's important that New Orleans brings to light this hidden and distorted history. To me, there's still a little research that needs to be done with